What is up, Flockers? That is my fellow Lockers and aspiring Lockers. In today's video, I am going to be putting some temporary hair color into my hair to go from colored locks back to jet black locks. So if you're interested in seeing that, then stick around. Alright, Flockers, just a show of hands. Who out there goes from time to time and just wants to change things up with their locks, their color and stuff like that? I know I'm not the only one, so don't leave me hanging. So when I almost hit the 1 year mark, I was itching for color. So I went ahead and I dyed my locks, bleached them, lifted them, whatever you want to call it, and got the color that I have now. Now that I'm almost 2 years in, a couple of weeks ago, I just got it itching to go back to black. I was looking at pictures and videos, old pictures and videos, and I was like, man, my hair looked really good when it's black. But I know that if I were to dye it black, it would be black for a while, and then 5 or 6 months later, I'd be itching for the color again. So what do we do when we want to change up the color, but we're not sure if we want to commit, or we know that we don't want to put that wear and tear on our locks, because going back and forth between lifting your hair, dyeing it black, lifting it, dyeing it black is very taxing on your hair, and I don't want to put my hair through that. So thankfully, there are companies out there that make products like this one to where you can experiment with your color, you can change it up, and it washes out. I know if you've watched my channel before I dyed my locks the color that they are now, my hair was just, you know, that dark brown all over. And I used a dark brown spray, but it was lighter than my hair, to see what it would look like. And then after that, I was convinced, and I was like, yeah, this is the look for me. So I ended up dyeing my hair for real. That's not what this is about. Like I said, this is just because I want to change it up and see what it looks like. Now that my hair is longer, I'm just interested to see what my hair is going to look like black. So let's get into it. This is the High Beams Intense Temporary Spray-On Hair Color in the number 20 black. And this bottle is smaller than the other ones that I have. I didn't realize that. I didn't look at the size. This one's 2.7 ounces. The other ones that I've used, I feel like are larger. So hopefully this is enough to cover my whole head. I'm going to start in the front just in case it's not, because I don't want to have patches, or at least not in the front. So it says to shake well before using, hold can 10 inches from hair, and spray in quick short bursts. To remove the color, you simply brush your hair and shampoo thoroughly. Alright, so let's see if, gosh, I don't even know. I mean, I'm just going to do it the way I've done it in the past. So we're just going to get our spray on. The hard thing is that it's hard to see what I'm doing. So, am I getting them? Y'all got to let me know. Am I even hitting them? Oh, I think I am. I think we're going back to black. It's hard to get these ends though, because like I said, I can't really see what I'm doing. So those ends might just have to get hit with the leftovers, like y'all know that I do, because we don't waste. So we're going to use every little bit of this color that we can. Is it doing anything, y'all? Let's take some more from the bottom. Maybe once we do some more, then we'll be able to tell a difference. They said short bursts. But who's got time for that? I think it's working from what I can tell. Those ends though, that's what's going to be the death of me, is trying to hit those ends properly. And I don't know if this can has enough contents in it to, you know, if I had someone else helping me with this, it might be easier than trying to achieve it by myself. Alright, well, All right, it can get on your hands. Thankfully, it will wash off, but make sure that you're wearing a shirt that you're not worried about getting the color on, because I would imagine that it's probably, hopefully not getting on my paint behind me, but I would imagine that it's getting on my shirt a little bit too. Alright, so it does have a good smell to it, but there is a cast. So your hair does feel like you have product in it a little bit. It does feel a little stiffer than your hair without product. I don't know if you could see a difference in it shaking, but this side does feel like when you have hairspray or something in your hair a little bit. It doesn't feel gunky, but I definitely feel like there's something in it. Alright. Because like I said, this is a smaller can, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit this side too before I try to worry about the back as much, because I'd rather have the front done as much as possible. But I see, look, oh y'all, it looks good. I can see it and I like it. I'm not dyeing my hair though, at least not for another month or so. Nah, I'm just playing. I don't know. Because last time I said that I wasn't going to dye my hair. And then I feel like months later, I was dyeing it. So, never say never. I'm not going to promise. But I don't plan on dyeing my hair. Maybe in the winter. My oldest sister always said that you go light in the summer, dark in the winter. So, maybe come winter time, I'll be ready to make that commitment. But for now, we're gonna spray it up. I'm probably making all sorts of ugly faces. I apologize in advance, y'all, if I'm making all sorts of crazy faces. Y'all, again, I got this small viewfinder, which is probably like this size that I'm looking into. But even on this small thing, I know when I go back in editing and I got a bigger screen, I'm gonna be like, ooh. There's something so sleek about just jet black locks. But if and when I do decide to dye my hair and go back to black, it's gonna have to stay that way. It's gonna have to be when I'm 100% sure that I'm done with the color phase, and I'm not gonna be trying to, you know, go back to having color 6 months or a year later in my hair. I know some people, your hair is set up in a way that you can do that. Mine might be. My hair, I would say, is pretty resilient and strong, but I'm not trying to put that kind of stress on my hair. So. What's the back looking like? I don't think we probably touched the back at all. Y'all, I can't see it, so y'all are gonna know before I do if the back, technically not, but if the back is getting any color at all. Get up a little closer on y'all. I apologize, but like I said, I can't really tell. I know the back is gonna have all sorts of peekaboo moments, and we're just going to be okay with that. But we're gonna do our best to get the front as best as we can. Look at that. All right. What I like about these hair color sprays, as opposed to the color waxes, which I love color waxes too. I've done plenty of color waxes on my channel. Color waxes, they flake, and they there's dust and flakes that come with them, you know, as the days go on in your bonnet and stuff. With this, it doesn't flake. Now, you might have some transfer in your bonnet, you know, with time, but it's not flaky transfer. So it's different. I can deal with this, you know. Ooh, I just got my ear. I don't even want to look. The things you do. That's wasted stuff that could be in a lock. Come on now. Soak that up. Don't play. That's wasted product, y'all. Come on. And I might be completely covered. I don't know, but I'm gonna go ahead and there's not enough to do another round in the future. So we're just gonna use what we have to try and touch up any spots that we might have missed. I see you, Loc, but I don't know how to get you. Did we get him? I think we got it. Oh, look at all y'all little peekaboo Locs back there. Ooh, we got some peekaboos in the front. We can't peekaboo in the front now. That's a no. Ooh, ooh, here we go, some more. No front peekaboos. And just like the color wax, I like that they both wash out very easy. You know, just with the simple shampoo, you don't have to spend tons of time scrubbing your hair out. The hot water alone gets a lot of the product out, and then when you go in with your shampoo, the rest of it will come right out. I keep thinking it's going to be gone, and this can is like the can that never stops going. It's like Thomas the Train. Alright, I think we're just getting air at this point. Oh no, it's still producing. Ooh, can's getting cold. That's how you know we're getting to the end. It's getting real cold. So obviously a lot of it got on the paper, but I wouldn't know how to do this any other way than using the paper, and it transfers from the paper to the hair. So that's my method. That's been the method that I've used every other time I've done this. So it works for me. Y'all, I was afraid that this tiny can wasn't going to be enough for my whole head. There's just like a tiny bit more, but most of it, I feel like we're down to the very bottom. Alright. The back might not be where it's at. I might have a lot of patches in the back. Granted, if you have someone helping you with this, or if you're in a mirror situation where you got like the 3 mirrors and you can see what you're doing, you'd have a better chance of getting all of the back of your head. But I say all of that just to say that this small 2.7 ounce can, surprisingly enough, was able to cover seemingly all of my hair. And again, if I had help, or if I was doing this in a situation where I could see my whole head in a larger screen or mirror, we'd be in a better situation. But yeah. Ooh. It's crazy because it's been a year since, like I said, it's been a year since I've seen my hair dark like this all over. But my hair was a lot shorter. I was dealing with some serious shrinkage back then. So now to see my hair dark with the length, ooh-wee. Y'all, come wintertime next year, I might be going back dark. I might go back dark. Or maybe even come fall, once it starts getting cold again, because the sun and stuff is just starting to get warm and springy. All right. Yes, there is transfer. Yes, it will get on your hands and your clothes, but like I said, it washes off easily, so you don't have to worry about that. This is definitely going to get a bop from me. These have never let me down. The only one that let me down, and it wasn't even, it was the one that, the blonde one, because I feel like it gave off more of a golden shimmer than a natural blonde look. But I guess there's just certain colors that aren't going to come off. You know, maybe if it was on someone who had brown or blondish hair, it would look blonde, but on me it just looked golden and fake. But the dark brown that I've used looked amazing. Now this black also, no complaints. It smells good. It's gonna stay for several days, like I said, or maybe even longer. I don't think I've ever left it longer than half a week, just because I wash my hair about once or twice a week, once at minimum. So I'll probably be washing my hair in a few days anyways. But I got a style coming up with some added hair, and the added hair is black, and so this is all strategic too. So now I'm not even gonna tell y'all gonna have to stick around to see it, but there's something coming up, and there's a reason that me being black from root to tip is gonna work out for me and my benefit. So what are y'all thinking? Is this a bop or a flop to y'all? How are y'all feeling about the color, the application? Don't come for my application. We're not professional on this channel, but we make it look professional. All right. The end product looks and is professional, regardless of whether the journey to get to the end mark is professional. Okay. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button so that you can join the flock, and also hit the like button so I know what type of content you're enjoying. Before you go anywhere, make sure to stick around and check out some of the other videos that have popped up on the screen. I post regularly on this channel, so stick around and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.